Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where we'll be discussing how to unwrap optionals in your test with XCTUnwrap. I have here a sample project. It is basically a view model that performs a network call via this fetch user endpoint, which is asynchronous, and it is going, based on the response, it is going to mutate one of these two variables, either the user array or this error, which is of type network error. So this view model has a user service dependency, and let's see that service. So here we can see that the user service has just one endpoint, and it is to fetch the user. And we have a live implementation here where we perform the actual network call with URL session. And we have a stub counterpart where we just throws a no internet connectivity error, right? Now I do want to verify that this view model is doing things right, like mutating this user array when the network call is successful, or mutate this error variable if we encounter a network call. So I've already written the test to verify the unhappy path. I created here a service that is going to use no internet connectivity stub, the stub version of this user service. And for that stub version, we can see that it is just throwing a network error. And I injected to the model, call the fetch user, and verify that this error is of type no internet connectivity. So if we run the test, we can see that it is passing, and that's great. So far so good. But let's say that we have forgotten to call this method, and this happens to me a lot, configuring the object, but actually forgot to call this method. And let's run the test again and see what is going to happen. And here we have a crash. This is crashing. That means that this error is nil. So we can go back to the model. For the initial state, we have this error which was nil, and if we don't call this fetch user method, this remains nil. And here we are unwrapping this optional. We are force unwrapping it, and it is going to crash since this error is nil, right? So this is definitely bad. We have a crash in this test, and that means that our test suite is failing. But fortunately, this fix is really simple. Since this is an optional, we can unwrap it first with a niflet or guadlet before making this assertion, right? And let's see that. So I'm going to stop the build here, make some room, and let's see. So I'm going to replace this code with a niflet, and delete this line. So here we unwrap this error, and if we have a value here, we can assert that value, that it is no internet connectivity. Otherwise, we just failed this test with this error message. Let's run this test again. And fair enough, here we have a failing test since this error is nil, right? We don't have crash. We do just have a failing test. It is far better than having a crash. And because the crash is going to stop our test suite, our whole test suite to continue. So having a failing test is definitely better than the crash. But we can make this code even better. We can go further, and we do have a simpler solution. So let's refactor this by using the XCTUnwrap. I'm not going to delete it. Let me just comment it here for this to serve as a reference. So we are going to use XCTUnwrap, which was introduced in iOS 13. And it is quite simple. This have a really nice interface. So that's it. So we use XCTUnwrap to try to unwrap this the value that that is optional, right? And this is going to do the exact same thing as this code above. And the compiler is telling me that this can throw, so I need to mark this whole method as a throwing method, so the error will go away. And yeah, just like that, we can now unwrap safely this variable and test that it is equal to no internet connectivity. So let's run this test. So as expected, we do have a failing test, and this is just because this line was commented. The error is still nil, right? And we don't have a crash, a crashing test. So this is good. And what we can do now is just to uncomment this. Let me refactor, re-indent the code. Let's run the test again, and we are going to see that the test is passing now. And here we can see that this error is of type network error, and here the assertion is successful. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. So remember that whenever you are dealing with optional values in your test, you can definitely use XCTUnwrap in order to unwrap them before making any assertion on those variables. I hope that you find this video useful, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support my work. It helps me a lot, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.